In 2023, it's time for HR to start breaking boundaries. Your organisation needs it, your people need it, our communities need it, our planet needs it.
We're here to talk about the important trends impacting the people side of organizations in 2023. The theme for this year is breaking boundaries. I like that. Can you tell us a bit more?
Sure, we're facing big challenges across society. We've got the cost of living crisis, war in Ukraine, business complexity, and skills shortages. And perhaps the biggest challenge of all, to save our planet from climate change. HR needs to solve these complex problems. And to do that, we need to start working in multifunctional ways. We need to collaborate and break down boundaries. Personal boundaries, functional boundaries, and organisational boundaries. Let's look at the list of 9 trends for 2023.
Trend number 1 is supporting people in response to the cost of living crisis. People are feeling the impact of inflation. There's the rising energy prices, the food bills, the continued impact of the pandemic, and the expectation of people is that organizations will help them. We're already seeing organizations doing this. For example, they're helping their people financially through one-off payments, materially through food vouchers, care packages, and essential food, by making payroll schedules more frequent, and through financial planning and budgeting. And the question is, what can you do?
The second trend is the return of the unions. As the cost of living crisis bites, we're seeing the return of union strikes and workers' protests across the globe. Most countries haven't seen this type of worker action for years, and for some of the younger generations, it might be the first time. But it's not just train drivers and traditional industries asking for pay rises. We're also seeing the formation of unions for the first time in industries like tech and the gig economy. And what's interesting is that this is about influencing the ethical decisions of the company as well as workers' rights. For HR, it's important to see unions and workers' councils as our partners, not the opposition. They represent employee voice, and we can create such better outcomes if we invite them in early and start to co-create solutions with them.
We've come to the third trend. Knowledge workers are not the center of the universe. With all our discussions about hybrid working, it's easy to assume that the workforce is only made up of knowledge workers. But this misses more than 50% of the workforce. For example, people in manufacturing, retail, healthcare, hospitality. We see also many issues related to this part of the workforce. Skills shortages, but also unacceptable working conditions, like in warehouses and those type of environments. Let's not talk about unskilled and skilled. I don't like that distinction. Everybody has skills and contributes to the organization. Don't forget about these groups. Gather data to understand their specific needs, motivations, preferences and capabilities, and challenge your bias.
Trend number 4. VR makes the metaverse a workplace reality. For some, the metaverse has felt quite complex and difficult to grasp up until now. But VR, virtual reality, just got affordable, and this has lowered the barrier to entry. We're now seeing VR applications across training, diversity, equity and inclusion, and recruitment and selection. Because with VR, you can simulate a fully immersive, hands-on experience that feels just like real life. VR headsets are also portable and easy to use anytime, anywhere. We're also seeing VR being introduced into meetings, because when you come as your avatar, it equalizes the experience for everyone, especially in hybrid working situations. It's time for HR to upskill in VR and enter the metaverse.
Trend number 5 we called solving the productivity puzzle. Every organization is striving to improve productivity in different ways, such as new tech, downsizing, upskilling, introducing agile ways of working. But productivity has stalled and many people feel overworked and burnt out. There is a big need to solve the productivity puzzle. But the puzzle is not one simple solution. It's a complex puzzle to solve. In the end, it's about building a great employee experience, paying people well, celebrating great work, ensuring people have the skills and the tools to get the job done. We think it's time for HR to prove with hard data which interventions lead to unlocking the potential of people and the organization and therefore increase productivity. Let's solve the puzzle.
Trend number 6, watch out for the TIA, the Talent Intelligence Agency. For many years, HR has seen recruitment and talent as two separate functions. But what we're starting to see is that they're merging into one. The ability to scale teams up and down at speed gives organizations competitive advantage. By talking with candidates, agencies, and representatives across the business every day, talent teams are building up vital information on key trends, market conditions, skills, and possible talent pools. This data then feeds directly into strategic workforce planning. Also, with an increased focus on skills, with the appropriate intelligence, HR can start to tap into more diverse talent pools. To be successful, HR needs to start to upskill in data analytics, storytelling, and knowledge management. We're now moving into trend number 7. Agile HR roles are now crucial. Agile has become the standard way of working within HR, and as a result, we're seeing new roles emerge with the need to break down traditional boundaries. Some examples include Agile Delivery Lead, Portfolio Manager, Agile Coach, and User Researcher. We're also seeing Agile ways of working implemented across multiple HR disciplines, with Agile Learning and Development being a prime example. This is because we need an agile, data-driven, problem-solving approach if we want to move away from traditional classroom training into learning in the flow of work. It's time for HR not just to do agile, but be agile.
Trend number 8. It's time to tackle the M taboos. Up until now, menstruation and menopause, the two M's, just wasn't talked about at work, even though nearly 50% of the people go through these experiences. Research shows that many men find it unprofessional to discuss menstruation and menopause, and stigma stops most people talking about these topics. There's an increasing proportion of women over 50 in the workforce. Fortunately, we are seeing that menopause gets more attention, and we are beyond smirking and bad jokes about women being hysterical. To increase the acceptance about menopause, we need education, awareness, and a recognition of the signs. When it comes to menstruation, possible solutions include menstruation leave, making period products free, and making it okay to talk about period pain.
Last but not least, going net zero. In a race to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and fight climate change, organizations across the globe are pledging net zero targets, and this has huge implications for HR and people strategy. Going net zero is as much a people initiative as it is a business target. It means shifting mindsets, attitudes, and capabilities to foster a sustainable culture. And achieving the net zero vision requires a fundamental rethink in how we live and work. It demands a paradigm shift in the day-to-day activities of every employee, in every sector, all around the world. To achieve net zero while also gaining competitive advantage, organizations need to win the hearts and minds of their people. And they need to do this by moving beyond just greenwashing and make sure that their net zero actions are authentic, practical, and permanent. That's our list for 2023. It's about breaking boundaries and solving complex problems. In summary, trend number 1, supporting people in response to the cost of living crisis.
Number 2, the return of the unions.
Number 3, knowledge workers are not the center of the universe.
4, VR makes the metaverse a workplace reality.
5, solve the productivity puzzle.
6, watch out for the TIA.
7, agile HR roles are now crucial.
8, time to tackle the M taboos.
And number 9 is going net zero. Any final thoughts?
No, I think it's a good list. I like the theme, breaking boundaries. I think we should also not forget the simple things like taking care of people.
Definitely. Thank you.